You know, as you can see by the title, we are doing the 3 a.m. challenge. For this, we're going to be building some random stuff. I already built a bird aviary, so now right here, we're going to fill up all these squares by the end of the live stream and probably do more over there. So, first house, let's go for a circular house. So it can be in a desert setting.
And I didn't want anyone else showing up. I just wanted everyone to leave.
So mainly,
that way, if more people showed up, I could just tell them to leave too. And I didn't know what to do. So I ran outside and I was like, guys, my neighbors just called me. They're complaining about the noise. He's gonna call the cops if it keeps happening. I guarantee it. He's one of those people. Do you guys care if I just ended early? Can you guys leave? And they were pretty much all cool with it. I mean, like, there was a lot of, they all pretty much got it through their head. They were like, all right, can we finish this game? Because like they had like some crazy beer pong tournament going on. I was like, well, how much longer is it? Like, oh, it's best out of 3. We only have 2 more rounds and the game's over. And I was like, alright, I can wait another 20 minutes. It's not a big deal. And then like 30 minutes went by, and they just kept playing. It was definitely more than 2 games at this point. I saw them refill all the cups and everything. So I was like, guys, are you leaving yet? And they just wouldn't listen to me. So I went inside. My friend was there at the table. He's like, dude, I fucking told you so. Like, you shouldn't have had a party here. You should have went to some other one. And I was just panicking. So I ran into the bathroom and started like washing my hands and just thinking about what a fuck up I was. And all of a sudden I heard yelling. I heard screaming. I was like, okay, what's going on? If someone's fighting at my house right now, I'm gonna freak out. So I ran out there, out to the backyard, and my friend is screaming, like my good friend. He's like, everybody run, run, run. Cops got called, cops got called. And everyone's freaking the fuck out. Everyone's running around outside my house. My gate gets open, my fence. Everyone's running through the fence to get to the front yard to get in their cars to leave. People are running through my house, knocking shit over. I start freaking the fuck out because I think there's cops about to show up. So I ran inside and grabbed my fucking garbage, and I'm throwing fucking cups and bottles into it because I think that I'm about to get busted. And my friend walks in laughing. He's just hysterically laughing. And I was like, dude, there's no fucking way you just lied to all of them saying cops were coming. He's like, thank me later. And he's like, slapped my hand. I was like, dude, thank you so much. Because I didn't know what to do. Like, I would never lie and be like, oh, cops are coming. Because I'd never think of that. But he just fucking saved my ass. And everyone left. Like, you heard, like, the tires peeling. I looked outside. There was, like, 2 cars leaving. And everyone was pretty much gone. But I just felt so fucking relieved. Because you guys don't understand. Like, my neighbor who did call me, he's one of those people that would just easily call the cops. And he still kept making noise after he warned you. And I was just so relieved because I was panicking so much before that. And I couldn't thank my friend enough. Even though it was really fucked up to lie about that and scare the shit out of people. It was just still a feeling of relief. But yeah, guys, I thought you guys would enjoy this. And thank you guys so much for the support lately. It really means a lot. Yesterday's video got like 7,000 likes. It's so crazy. Thank you guys. But anyway, I love you all so much. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I'll see you all tomorrow. You guys ever had a friend that literally just goes around and does everything that you're not supposed to do behind your back? Just always. He just fucking goes and does the worst shit without you knowing, and it always gets you in trouble. Okay, maybe I'm like one of the only people that has these friends, but I just have so many of those people that will literally just do the worst shit possible and get you in trouble with them when you weren't involved whatsoever. Or they'll just fucking blame everything on you, like you'll be in class just sitting there like doing your work and someone's fucking talking right next to you, and you like lean over to tell them to shut the fuck up as politely as possible, and then the teacher is like, hey, can you guys stop talking? And they're like, oh, it was him. It's like, what the fuck, dude? But anyway, today's video I'm gonna be talking about one of those people, someone who I just really can't get over. Like, this was crazy, and I thought you guys would enjoy this considering you guys have been loving these videos. So let's get into it. So this took place right after I got out of 9th grade. Okay, guys, it was summer vacation, right in the beginning of summer. Not that it really mattered. We were all fucking excited, okay? Like, it was summer break, everyone was hyped. And I was hanging out with one of my friends, and this kid has a brother, okay? Very, very bad brother. Always is in some sort of bullshit trouble. And I didn't even feel bad for him because he really deserved it because he was just always doing really stupid shit, even though he shouldn't be doing it. He knows that, but he just kind of didn't give a fuck at this point. So we were hanging out at the mall, okay? Just doing our normal routine. We go there, we would like eat dinner and then shop, and then just kind of, I really didn't shop. Like I said, I was in 9th grade. But you know, I would watch them just because it was fun for me. And I don't really know why, I just kind of like watching people buy stuff. So I'd sit there, I'd help them make choices on what they wanted. And we got done eating and we went shopping, and we were in this little place. It was kind of like a skate shop, not really. They just sold like skate-based, like apparel and shoes and stuff. And my friend's brother needed some new shoes, so he's looking around, just like chilling there, looking at shoes. You know, me and my friend are looking at our own stuff, doing whatever. We kind of like split away. And all of a sudden, this kid comes over to us. He's like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. And I was like, okay. And he's holding a box. He has a shoe box with him. So I figured he bought his shoes. And then as we're walking out, there's 2 areas. There's one area with like a bunch of boxes. And then there's like the display area where you can like pick what shoe you want, and they'll go in the back and get them. And he was over by the area with the boxes. So he puts the box down on top of the other ones, and he starts walking towards the door. And I was like, okay, this guy's definitely up to something wrong. Like, he set the shoebox down, and he's walking out, like, what the fuck? And he's walking out, like, towards the door. I look down at his feet, and he's got shoes on that aren't his. He took the shoes, he took the brand new shoes out of the box, he put them on his feet, and then he put his shitty old ones back in the other box and set them down. And he's walking out the door. I was like, dude, what the fuck? There's sensors on these. And the minute that thought crossed my mind, the fucking things went off. He went out through the door, and the sensors picked up the little thing on the shoe, and they fucking started beeping really loud, saying, please return back to the store to remove the sensor. And I was like, no, dude, no. And while the loud-ass security message was playing over the whole store, everyone's staring at us like we're a bunch of fucking crazy people that just robbed this store. And all the employees at the store just staring at us like, what the fuck's going on? And we didn't know what to do. The dude was caught. Like, the dude stole his shoes. There was no getting out of this, and he was either gonna run or face the store. So we're just sitting there, like, still not knowing what to do, and I start walking away because I'm like, dude, fuck this. And all of a sudden, the manager runs out from the back room, freaking the fuck out because he knows what's going on. He's running up to the exit where we were, like, leaving. He's just fucking screaming. He's like, get down, you guys are under arrest till we find out what's going on. Get down, get down, get down. And I was like, dude, what? Like, I'm in ninth grade. Like, I'm not stealing fucking shoes. So I walked back to the store. Obviously, I wasn't that far away. I was, like, a few feet away from the exit/entrance. So I walked back
What
to the
is
store.
up, guys?
Like,
how's it going?
I explained, I was like, dude, I'm fucking great. You think I'm about to steal a shit ton of stuff from your store? Like, what? And he's just like, no, it doesn't matter. We need to question all you. I was like, what, are you a cop? Like, what? So my friend tried to explain to him it was his brother, it wasn't us, and he didn't really buy it. And he, like, tried to take us into the back room. I wasn't having it. I wasn't gonna do it. And at one point, he even tried to put his hands on me, and I literally said, I was like, dude, fuck off, or I'll call the police. Like, get away from me. I have no part in what's going on right now. Because we didn't. Me and my friend were so confused, and we knew it was just his brother being a complete dumbass, and it had nothing to do with us. We weren't stealing. Like, what? So we told him that, and he was just not having it. He kept trying to get us in that room to talk to us, and, like, basically put us under store arrest, as he called it. I didn't know what that meant, but he just kept saying he was going to arrest us, and we knew he wasn't a cop, so he couldn't. But yeah, I walked out, and I was like, dude, this has nothing to do with me. You can search me. Like, I'm not going to fucking deal with this. Get security if you have to, because I did not steal. And I didn't feel like getting interrogated by police, because I know that's what they were going to do next. And they brought in security, and I just called my mom. I was like, Mom, just come get us. Like, you know, what's happening? This kid just got us in a bunch of trouble. And I know some of you are going to be like, dude, you left him there to, like, get fucking interviewed by security? That's horrible. Guys, this kid, he's not smart. He's so stupid. He doesn't care about it either. Like, he was literally laughing when they brought him into the little room to talk to him, and, like, was just kind of smiling. So, like, he just didn't give a fuck, and he could care less if we were there with him or not. So yeah, my mother came and picked us up and saved us. He had to sit there for like 2 hours as he got, like, basically interrogated by security guards and the mall cop that was there. And he got banned. He's actually, like, literally banned from the mall now. I don't know if it's a certain amount of time, but I think it's like over a year. Or it's forever, I can't remember. He didn't really specify, but yeah, it was like the closest I ever came being a 9th grader to getting, like, actually arrested. And no, not like put in jail or anything, but like arrested in the security office, handcuffed and questioned. And we weren't gonna do that, and even the security and the people that worked there knew we weren't stealing. Like, we were 2 little 9th graders minding our own business, and then it was just a crazy kid. But yeah, guys, I thought you would enjoy this little fucked up story. If you want to see more and you enjoy it, leave a like, and I'll talk about some more 9th grade moments. But yeah, guys, love you all so much. See you all tomorrow. Peace. Guys, this is Austin from Fable. What is going on, guys? This is Austin from Fable Luna. I have a great story for you guys today, but before I get into this, I would like to say thank you so fucking much for 800 subscribers. That's crazy. I really thought I was the most unentertaining person in the world, but all of you guys giving me great feedback has really changed my opinion on that, and I appreciate it so much. I am getting so close to 1K, and if I hit 1K, I will freak out. That is such a big number for me. It'd be amazing to hit 1K. And if I do, I don't know what I should do as a video. I need to do some sort of special video. So leave suggestions. I don't know. If whatever the best suggestion is, I'll use it and I'll give you a shout out. So anyway, let's get into my crazy story. Now, I'm gonna name this, the SWAT team came to my house rather than I got swatted, because some people don't know what swatting is. But I'm gonna explain that right now. So what swatting is when you run into a bad situation with a hacker, and the hacker gets all of your info, including your address, and then he calls the SWAT team to your house. So that was a pretty summed up version of it. So I joined a party with my buddy Alex. I'm just gonna say Alex because I want to name real names, and I'm not naming the hacker's name. I'm just gonna say it started with an S. So I joined this party with my friend Alex and this kid, and the kid that's name started with an S said, oh, this kid lives in New York, haha, what a badass. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So then he names off my IP, and he's like, this isn't my IP anymore, but he's like, oh, 66 dot blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, that's cool, man. It's not hard to pull up an IP pulling program when I joined. So then he's like, nice VPN, faggot. And I'm like, cool, bro. So what a VPN is, guys, is a virtual private network, and it means you hide your internet info. So basically what he did, since I didn't have one, he pulled all of my info and was like, oh, this is your name, it's Austin Blank, you know, this is where you live, this is your longitude, this is your latitude, this is the coordinates of your address. So I told him, like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm like, it's not hard to go on Google Maps and look up my house and tell me my coordinates. I could fucking do that, a monkey could do that. So how about you go do the two-knuckle shuffle and fuck yourself? That's what I told him. I really don't like hackers, guys. I fucking hate them. They are the scum of the earth, and I think they're faggots who ruin everyone's day for no reason. He basically started a fight with me for no reason, and I was like, dude, just shut up. So he goes, what do you just say? I'm like, I'm like, you heard me, dude. Are you deaf? I mean, like, you're a hacker. You gotta have some knowledge. He told me to apologize to him, and I was like, I'm not gonna apologize to you. You're being an asshole. And then he's like, how am I being an asshole? If you would just apologize, nothing would happen. So I did. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I understand. I was being kind of a dick. But I really don't like when people, you know, pull my info and then say it in parties, because it really doesn't faze me. It just pisses me off because they think they're so hard. So the hacker was basically like, yeah, I understand. So I got off Xbox for like an hour. It came to like 11 o'clock at night. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I hear my doorbell ring. And I'll go to my doorbell, and I look, and it says Domino's on the top of this car. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I opened my door, and sure enough, there was a pizza guy standing there with like 10 pizzas, and he's like, order for Austin. I'm like, are you serious? So I told him, like, dude, I didn't order any pizzas. I think some hacker is fucking with me, and he got my address. And he's like, oh, it's okay, I apologize. And the guy drove away. So I immediately get back on Xbox and message this kid, and I'm like, dude, what is your problem? Like, we made up, why do you have to send pizzas to my house? It's stupid. And he's like, you have to pay for them? I'm like, no, I didn't have to pay for them. I sent the kid back to his place. So the hacker then says, well, now I'm going to SWAT you. I'm like, what the hell is swatting? And then he explains it to me. I'm like, that's great, man. You know, you want to SWAT me? I doubt you can anyway, so go ahead. So I just, you know, I got off Xbox again, and I told my friend to give me a Skype. So I added him on Skype, and I was like, so, you SWAT me yet? I'm still waiting. It's been 30 minutes. And the hacker was like, yeah, they're going to be on their way any minute now. I'm like, okay, dude, I'm sure they will. And then he sends me this screenshot, and it's like he's using an AT&T relay service, which means he's like texting the officer or the operator of 911, and the text message says, you know, my name is Austin, my mom got murdered, the murderer is gonna get me next. So then I'm like, dude, are you fucking serious? Like, you're actually gonna do this? He's like, yup. So then I blocked him on Skype, and I was laying on my couch watching TV, and I'm like, you know, he probably isn't even gonna do it. He's probably doing it to scare me anyway. So I'm sitting there, and I fall asleep, okay? So I fell asleep, and I woke up like 2 hours later. It was like 3 in the morning at this point, and I see, if you ever saw my living room, there's a sliding glass door with a huge window. So I see like some dude run by, and I was like, oh no, fuck this, dude. And at the time, I was so groggy that I didn't know what was happening, and I forgot about the whole swatting situation. So I think there's a robber, okay? So I get up, and I'm like, oh no, dude. I thought it was that murderer, because, you know, I told that story about the murderer in my backyard. He actually got released from jail not even that long ago, and it was like, I think it was like a year and a half ago. So at the time, he was free, and I was like, oh, please, fuck, dude, I don't want to die tonight. So I'm going around my windows, I'm shutting the blinds, I'm freaking out, and I was about to call the cops myself. So then I went to my mom's room, I'm like, there's someone in the backyard, like, someone's out there. She's like, so we went out and we took a look, took a look, and my mom's like, there's no one out here, and I'm like, okay. So she went back to bed, and I was like, all right, maybe I was just maybe I was just tripping, you know, I didn't see anything. So I'm sitting there watching TV, because at this point I was too scared to go back to bed, and all of a sudden I hear thud in my garage, like this loud ass dropping noise, and I was like, what the fuck was that? So I open my garage door, like real, like peeking out, and I look, and there's a flashlight hits me in the face, and this guy has a rifle, and he's like, put your hands where I can see him, put your hands where I can see him. And I screamed. I was like, what? Like my eyes like popped out of my head. So I put my hands behind my head, and I got on my knees immediately without him even telling me to, and I just fucking dropped to the ground. So he just came in, like, he grabbed me by my shirt, and he like picked me up and put me in the garage, and I got escorted out by officers into my road outside my house, and they like tore through my house. I saw them, like 15 of them just fucking ran in and just was tearing everything apart, searching. So then he's like, we got a call. He said there was a murderer in the house. Was it from you? Was it from your parents? I'm like, was it from your brother? I'm like, no, I did not call. I don't know what you're talking about. So then he looks at the caller ID and realizes it was phony. So the dumbass kid used a website that is so easy to backtrace. So basically it's a website where you type in your real number, and then you type in the number that you want to pop up on the person's you're calling's phone. So they just got his number in like 10 minutes and fucking raided him, and he got like $7,000 worth of equipment taken from him because he's a hacker. So that kid got fucked over. My mom and my brother were freaking the fuck out because there was a SWAT team in the house, and they got woken up the same way I did. And they actually, I think they thought that I was like, I think at first they thought I was the murderer. I mean, I'm not the smallest kid in the world. I could pass, and I was also wearing a black hoodie, and I kind of looked like an idiot. So, I don't know, I kind of looked like I had my black hoodie. I was like, my pants were fucking halfway down my ass because I had my camo shorts on, and I just woke up. So, to be honest, guys, like, everything ended up being okay, thank God. And I actually ended up talking to the hacker a week later since he got caught. So we're on good terms now, thank God. But if you're watching this, even though we're on good terms, it is a dick move to swap people, and you should never do that again because you're a prick. I mean, like, you're cool and all, but you're a prick. So, anyway, guys, everything ended up being okay, and I'm okay, and I'm here making commentaries, so you know everything's fine. And I actually did get swatted a second time, but that was a completely different story, and it's not even that bad. And anyway, guys, this has been Austin FFA or Luna. Thank you for all the feedback I've been getting. I really love you guys for that. So anyway, guys, peace. What is going on, guys? It is Austin FFA or Luna. I don't know why I haven't made this commentary yet. Like, I've been just kind of, I guess you could say, procrastinating. It's been months, and I said that I was going to make a part 2 to the swatting story. Now, I don't know why I haven't done that, but hey, it's here now. So, I don't know, I feel like you guys enjoy the stories involving the enforcement team and the police and all that, so I thought I'd do this one for today. So, well, it's because it's Monday, it's such a shitty day, I thought I'd bring you such a great story. So this isn't too insane, but like, it's pretty crazy to me, but this is about the second time I got swatted. Now, to elaborate with all the new people who don't know what it means, swatting means that someone gets your personal information and then calls the police and files a fake police report about you, saying that there's like a murderer or a robber in your house, and then they send the SWAT team to your house. It's just a prank that hackers pull, and they think they're fucking hilarious, but it's not funny. Don't even look it up. Like, don't even try and do it, because it's so illegal and so, like, I heard about a kid getting arrested for like 20 years for it. It's dangerous. Don't do it. But so I'm gonna jump right into this. So this is around the same time that I got swatted last year, and like I said, it was like a couple weeks after I got swatted the first time, which is even greater. And believe it or not, the SWAT, like the guy who did this, the prankster who thought it'd be funny to call the SWAT team in, was friends with the guy who did it to me the first time. So I'm just gonna, it's not like, I can't get too into detail with this because it's not like such a detailed story, but basically what happened, guys, was before the first hacker got caught for swatting me the first time, he actually gave all my credentials and all my info to this other hacker, or not even a hacker, but another, I can't think of the name right now. I had it in my head, but I just lost it. But he basically gave my info to his friend, and his friend is one of those kids who calls up lines like Netflix and like manipulates the customer service to get credit cards. And you know, he's not a hacker, but he's a really good liar. And so he gave my info to this kid, and this kid ended up doing the same thing that the other kid did. He swatted me, and what he did was, you know, he got on his computer and did like a text to talk thing with the 911 number, and he basically typed out a whole paragraph saying how I'm in my house, there's bombs, I'm gonna get blown up. And sure enough, you can guess who showed up. So, now from my side of the story, I didn't even know that this kid handed my info over to someone else. Everything was good for me. I was playing Xbox. I came upstairs, and at the time I owned my old YouTube channel. I was actually working on a commentary for that channel, and I was doing this commentary, and nothing, too out of the ordinary was happening, just normal commentary. And after that commentary got done, I was rendering it, and then I was gonna start uploading it. And I started uploading it, and I was just surfing the internet. It was pretty late at night. It was like 11:30. My mom was still up. She was watching a movie in her room, and I'm pretty sure I was just watching some Netflix while I was uploading. So it was pretty much just a normal night for me. And all of a sudden, I just heard like a huge pounding on my door. And, you could tell, like, it was someone who was either really pissed or, like, a fucking cop. So, I walk out of my hallway, I look at the door, and I open my door, and immediately I hear, put your hands up, so I can see you. I'm like, oh my god. And I look, and all I see is just a huge spotlight in my eye. I can't even see. I don't even know if the guy had a gun. If you guys, I don't know if any of you have ever seen this, but cops use this huge, high-powered light to, like, they can spot victims from miles away with this goddamn thing. They shined it right in my fucking eyes. I swear to God, I'm still like, I think I lost. I swear to God, I had like 20/20 vision. I have like 10/10 vision. It's just, that probably made no sense, but my vision is just it was so fucked when he did that. But I remember I immediately dropped to the floor. I didn't even go on my knees. I laid straight the fuck down and put my hands behind my back because I was so freaked out. Like, when you have a cop who holds a gun to you and like screams at you to get on the ground, it's just freaky. So they just put me in cuffs and walked me over to my porch and sat me down and started questioning me, and then they went and did the same with my mom. They basically said, put your hands up, because I can't even blame them. They could have thought that it was someone with a bomb or something like that. You don't know. So they handcuffed us both and just questioned us, and then we went back and it's not even crazy because like they actually called the chief down. And when the chief got there, he recognized us from the previous swatting incident. And he's like, oh, these guys aren't doing anything wrong. Uncuff them, let them go back to their business. So basically what happened was we talked to the police for 5 minutes. Then the chief showed up, and he just basically said, uncuff them, let them go back to their business. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. And basically, yeah, he gave me his number in case this ever were to happen again. I could give him a fair warning. So if I was ever to get swatted again, I could just give him a warning before the SWAT team came. So, I mean, that was basically it. Like, I can't even, they didn't catch this guy, because this guy, like I said, he's like a fucking, he's a master liar at what he does. Like, he gets away with everything. I don't know, but the other guy who swatted me the first time got caught, and that was bad. But, basically, guys, just don't go around talking shit to Randys on the internet, because it can really get you in some shitty situations. But, that was basically the story, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like. I appreciate all the likes and comments that I get. Really motivates me, and you guys motivate me. Thank you for all the happy birthday wishes yesterday. I'm now 16. I can freely make my video. Well, what am I saying? Freely? I can get my permit. I can work. I don't know. It hasn't even kicked in that I'm 16 yet. But anyway, it's been Austin FFAO Luna, guys. Leave a like. Leave a comment. I'm gonna talk to some of you guys in the comments. Peace. Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Austin FFAO Luna. How you guys doing today? I have a great story for you about me skipping school and running from the police. And I don't recommend to skip school because they can call the cops on you, and that's not a fun situation. So, guys, I was sitting in math class a few months ago before school got out, and since it was the last few months, I really wasn't liking it. I don't like math class or school, and I just really got pissed off. And I don't know why this happened to me, but I got this overwhelming feeling of anger just because I was at school. And I was in a special ed math class at the time, and a lot of the kids was pissing me off. And this one kid in particular would just fuck with me all day, and he used to just literally bully me. So I got mad, okay? I got mad. I took the chair that I was sitting in and decided it'd be a good idea to throw it at the screen or the smart board. And it hit the smart board, the screen went black, and I just fucking peaced out. I opened the door, and I left. And I was walking out, and the teacher was like chasing me. He was like, get back here, you're gonna pay for that. And I was like, alright, man. So I got out, I walked out of the exit doors, like literally right out of the main building doors. Like the main security just saw me walk out. And he tried to follow me, and he was like, get back here, you don't want to do this. And I turned around, and I was like, dude, stop fucking following me. I'm like at this point I was off school grounds, so I was like, dude, stop fucking following me. You can't even do anything at this point. So he's like, all right. So he turned around and walked the other way. I also really respect him for doing that because I was not in a good mood. And I see him get into his little squad car and like start to follow me. And I was like, all right, man, whatever. So I kept walking, and I went into the woods to a smoke spot that everyone from my school goes to. And I go there, and I see like 4 of my friends. And they're like, hey, what's up, Austin? And I'm like, what are you guys doing out here? They're like, we didn't even go to school today. We just decided to chill here all day and wait for people to come and smoke with us. So I'm like, all right, man, I'm down. So he pulled out a bowl, and we immediately got down to business. We were smoking. And he told me, he's like, what are you doing out of school? I'm like, I got into a huge like argument with this kid in my class, and I threw a chair at a smart board and walked out. He's like, damn, that sucks. So I was sitting there just, you know, kind of blocking out everything that just happened, smoking and enjoying myself with my buddies. And I look and I see these 2 people coming towards us, and I notice that they're cops. And I was like, oh shit. And everyone's like, you know what? Run. So 2 of my friends went one way, and then I went another way with one of my good friends. And we ran all the way till we hit a pizza place out on the other side of the woods. And we actually took cover in the pizza place bathroom and hid in there. And all of a sudden, my friend calls me while I'm in the bathroom, okay? My one friend. He calls me and says, yo, dude, just got a text from one of my friends, and he said that the security guard called the police after you left, and they're looking for you. I was like, great. Fucking great. So we walked out of the pizza place thinking, you know what, we gotta get out of here. So we're walking down one of the main roads, and I look, and I see a police SUV heading towards us, and it starts to slow down right behind us, and I'm like, run! So we immediately ran right back into the woods. We were hauling ass through these woods, guys. And I turn around and I see from a very far distance that there's police chasing after us. Like, he got out of his car and was running after us. And we were hauling ass at this point. Like, if you guys are running from police, you find the adrenaline to be a straight up Olympic track art. Like, you just haul ass. So I was running, and I look to my left, and I see my buddy trip over a stick. And I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to be a dick. I turned around, got him up, make sure he was all right, and I kept running with him. And at this point, the police got really close to us, and he's like, stop it right now. And he was behind us saying, don't fight, don't fight. I don't know why he said that. He should have just said, stop running. It's the same thing. And so we kept running, guys, until we hit this one road, and then we went into some backyards and just eventually lost the cop. And so at that point, we slowed down, we stopped behind a house and caught our breath, and I realized that I was a few miles away. Well, not a few miles, like a mile away from my friend's house, and I'm like, yo, let's go there and meet him. So this friend's house that I just mentioned is one of the people who we were smoking with at the smoke spot. I'm like, I wonder if they went to his house. We ran, and we were cutting through streets and stuff, and at this point, I got to one street, and I look, and I see the same police SUV that I just saw, and I'm like, great. And I look, and I see that there's no cop in there, so I'm like, oh, that probably means the cop's still looking for us. So we get to this kid's house, I knock on his door, and he opens up. He's like, yo, what's up? You guys lose him? I'm like, yep. So I went to his house, and we chilled there for a while, and I actually got to sit in there for a good 3 hours. My one friend's like, dude, I gotta go soon. My dad's coming. Are you gonna be good? I'm like, yeah. And then my one friend's like, yeah, I'll hang out with Austin and make sure he's all right. And then my one friend's like, yeah, dude, they're probably not even looking for you at this point. I was like, yeah, I doubt it. I walked out, and this was right about when school was ending, so like after 3 hours go by, it was about 3 o'clock, and school was ending. And so I'm walking, and we walk out of this kid's house, and we go onto the main road again, and we were going to go to a Burger King and get something to eat because we missed lunch. So we get to this Burger King, and I look, and I immediately see 2 police cars sitting on the road over, and they see me, they immediately pull up, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm not going to run. And he gets out, and he looks at us, and he goes, let's stop this right here, right now. And he grabs me, and he puts me in the back of the car and drives me back to school, where I had to sit for an hour and talk to my parents and my principal and have a conversation on how bad I was and how my decisions are bad and just about how bad of a kid I am. And yeah, my mom didn't really like that. I mean, she also understands that I have a huge problem when I go to school. Like, I don't know, I suffer from a lot of different anxiety, and I get anger at times, and I get depressed. And she knows that I can't do well in school sometimes, and you know, sometimes she actually respects me just walking out instead of causing a scene and like hitting anyone or doing anything wrong. So I actually didn't get punished for this, thank God, but I did get punished at school. I got suspended for like 2 weeks, and yeah, that wasn't fun. But guys, I hope you enjoyed my crazy story. If you did, drop a like, add it to your favorites, and subscribe for more. thank you for 2.2K. That's insane. I've just been growing a lot, and I've really been appreciating all the growth. So guys, this has been Austin FFA or Luna. Peace. What is up, guys? It is your boy Austin FFA or Luna. So I just moved into the basement. I think I got a little bit more privacy down here. I put my whole setup here, and I can finally start working on videos without worrying about people listening, or like, you know, when you're telling a life story, you don't want your parents to be here just being like, yo, what are you doing? So I have a story today. I just woke up. You can probably tell by my voice, but I told you guys I'd be bringing you a pretty crazy story. So here it is. So this is about the time I was running from the police, and one of my first encounters actually with running from the police. I've had many, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. So this was on a Saturday night. This was a year ago, about a week ago. No, this was a year ago, and we were chilling. We were walking down the street. Okay, now it happened to be around my friend's birthday, so I was at his house. We weren't at my house. We were at his street walking around. So, you know, we're walking around the street, and he busts out a blunt. So, you know, I'm never to pass up that. So, you know, we were smoking, walking down the street like normal teenagers. Just kidding. But, you know, we were walking down the street trying to be as hidden as we possibly could without trying to draw attention. So as we're walking down the street, we stopped by his friend's house, and we got him. Now, this wasn't some crazy birthday house party. It was literally just me, my friend, and then this kid that we just got. So we're walking down the street, and this kid has ADHD, and if you don't know what that means, it means you're fucking off the wall 24/7. So this kid's screaming, he's making noise. It's, you know, it's 11 o'clock at night at this point, so we're getting pretty fucked. Like, you know, I'm telling him to shut up because I don't want any neighbors to call on us. You know, I don't want anyone to come out and yell at us. So before I could even, okay, so about 10 minutes go by after I told him to shut the fuck up, and we turn a corner onto this back road, and we're walking down this back road because we were kind of sketched out because the kid was making noise, and, you know, I don't know, we passed by a few cars, and we just got scared, and, you know, we don't want to smoke in front of them. So we go down this back road, and we're walking down this back road, and I look, and I see headlights pull into the back road. Like, there's two entrances to this road, and I see two headlights, like, pull in, and I'm like, great. So I see it's coming, and as it's getting closer, all I can see is just the guard that you see on the front of the cop car. And I'm like, no, there's no way that's who I think it is. And then my friend's like, what do we do? What do we do? I have so much shit on me. I don't want to get put in juvie. I'm like, dude, you're fine. He's like, no, I can't. I'm like, dude, just please, let me just talk to him and we can get out of this. And he's like, no. So he turns left. Now, the way this back road is set up, guys, is there's many houses on it. You know, it's a shortcut. It's like a little neighborhood, back road neighborhood. So there's a few houses, and then there's a bike path. I see my friend just disappear. I don't even know where he went. I didn't even know there was a bike path at the time. So I get this quick glimpse of him as this cop's pulling up, and I see my friend. I get a quick glimpse of him going through the bike path. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to sit here and give them my friend's house number and snitch. So I dipped. I went the same way as my friend, and the other kid followed. So we're hauling it, and this cop's like, he gets out of his car and tries to chase after us. Now, you can't take a car down a bike path. It's not big enough. It never will be big enough. So this, you know, kind of a heavy-set guy, he looked like he was in his mid-40s, chasing us. And he's chasing us down this bike path. And, you know, I'm not fast at running, especially at the time with the smoker self that I was. So, you know, I couldn't run very good. But, you know, I was doing my best. And I really just, I can't even believe I was running as fast as I did. It must have been all the adrenaline pumping through me. But we got to the end of this bike path within like 2 minutes, and like it was quite the distance. So, you know, at the end of this bike path, we took a left and then went through a yard. We cut through someone's yard and then found another path to take, which led, like, literally, we were, at this point, we were running, this is kind of sped up, but, you know, we were running so fast, we were literally half a mile away from his house at this point. So, we lost the cop's trail, but we were still scared because, you know, what does a cop do when he can't catch a victim? He calls back up. So, you know, we're freaked out. We're thinking that cops are about to come. And what we do is we call up our friends who have cars, and we're like, yo, we need what's going on? We're like, I can't tell you, but we need you right now. And he's like, all right. So he's like 18, and at the time he was 17, so he wasn't even allowed to be driving.